No, 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 no. You're not ready for today's episode. I know, I know. No, you're not. You're not. You're not ready for today's episode. Anyways, disclaimer. If you can hear like a cat in the background, please excuse it. Excuse it. It's our new member of the family. I tried to film with her in the room, but she's just doing too much. She's so distracting. She can't let me do my thing, so I had to lock her in a different room. And now she's there right at the door meowing. She literally just can't let me do my own thing. But yeah, so if you hear any background noise, it's her. Don't pay attention to her. Pay attention to me. Anyways, like I was saying, you are not ready for today's episode. Hello everyone. It's Adrian and you're welcome. Welcome back to the channel where I talk about my unfiltered thoughts and opinions that nobody asked for. If that sounds like something that you're into, like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into today's episode, shall we? Now, I normally don't share things like this, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna share it. I've been feeling like oversharing today, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna share it with you guys because why not? Let's do it. Anyways, so for this happened a few weeks ago. So for the past weeks, for some weird reason, I just could not sleep. Normally, most of the time when I don't sleep at night, I will get sleep during the day and so forth. But for these particular weeks, I just could not sleep for the life of me. I don't know what happened. I don't know what was in the air. I just could not sleep for some weird reason. So, guess what I did? I went to the doctor. Yes, I went to the doctor, told him everything about the fact that I could not sleep. So, he gave me he prescribed me some medication, some drugs that I was supposed to take. It's sleeping pills, by the way, just sleeping pills, sleeping drugs. And I know some people might confuse sleeping pills and like hard drugs. No, I do not mean hard drugs, but dude, they almost took me out. The drugs, the sleeping pills almost took me out. They almost took your man out. I was this close to getting to heaven. This close. I transcended, y'all. I really did transcend. And oh God, let me just continue. Let me just tell you the story because I'm just gonna keep going off script now. Anyway, so he gives me the prescriptions. I go, I get the medication, I get the drugs, and he tells me to take only like two little pills, sleeping pills. So it was right after I'd finished to have a meal. I was like, you know what? This is the appropriate time. It was like at 4 p.m. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take the pills. I'm gonna take the pills now. Why not? So I finished to eat. I take the drugs. Again, let me say it again. It's not hard drugs, and I'm gonna explain what happened. Okay? Stay with me. I take the pills, then I go to sleep. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to sleep and see if anything is gonna happen. Let me just wait here and see if I can like sleep finally after like weeks of not sleeping at all. I try to sleep. I'm in my bedroom by myself alone. I actually think that I was alone in the house. I really think I was because there was nobody else in the house with me. Anyway, so I go to sleep, mind you, exactly 15 minutes later. 15 minutes later, I start to feel weird. Okay, I start to feel weird now. I start to feel dizzy. I start to feel nauseous. I start to feel like I'm about to have a panic attack. Now I get off my bed. I lay on the floor. I lay on the floor trying to like understand what is going on, what's happening to me. Dude, I start to feel like I'm losing my mind. I start to sweat. I start to feel like I cannot breathe well. Oh God, it was so good. It was insane. It was insane. I start to feel like I'm transcending the room. I don't know if you guys have like watched Euphoria, the like TV series. You know when Rue took the drugs in the bathroom and then she came out, she was on this like corridor, like this corridor thing, and she starts to see like the whole freaking room spinning. That's exactly what I was experiencing. The only difference was the fact that it was not hard drugs. It was only sleeping pills. Okay, let me just say something. I've never taken hard drugs. I don't take them. It's not something that I'm interested in. It's enough for me. It's not something that I'm into. So when I say drug, I mean the sleeping pills. Okay. So the whole room starts to spin, everything starts to feel weird. I start to feel claustrophobic. I get off my bed, I lay on the floor, everything is freaking spinning, dude, like a damn movie. I start to sweat. Now I can't breathe. I'm alone in the room. I'm like, oh my holy like what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen to me? Is this the day that I die? That was me being dramatic, because that's the kind of person that I am. I sometimes am a dramatic person. Anyway, so I start to feel weird. I start to feel like I'm transcending. I start to feel like my soul is about to live my body. I'm like, dude, this is so freaking weird. I get up from the floor, I lay on my bed. I feel like 7-ish minutes later, I pass out. I pass out. I don't even know what happened after that. I don't know. I don't know what happened. For like those 9, 10 hours that I was asleep, you couldn't tell me what was happening. I did not know what was going on. I was also like having really weird dreams. I did not know. I was like, in my dream, I was dead. I was dead. I was gone. I could not even comprehend what was going on or what was happening to me. I slept like straight for like 10 hours. Then I wake up a different day, trying to figure out what's going on. I feel weak. I feel pathetic again. I try to get off my bed and stand up. Then I fall down. I fall down because again, I was feeling very, very pathetic. Mind you, this is sleeping pills, okay? This is not hard drugs. This is only like 2 little sleeping pills. I start to feel weird. I can't like stand upright, so I pull myself together. I go in the bathroom. I finish my business, finish the piss. I come back in my room. I still feel weird. I still feel, I'm sorry, weird. I can't like feel my body. I was like doing this. I could not feel it. I could not feel my freaking body. It was so freaking, it was one of the, okay, not the weirdest thing I've ever like experienced, but it was definitely out there. It was so freaking weird. It was so weird. So I get up, I get on my bed, I pass out again. I sleep for another like 10 hours. 10 hours. And for like 2 days, I literally slept for like 2 days straight. I could not comprehend what was going on. I did not eat. I did not drink anything. I was just like, dude, I felt like I was gone. I was like, dude, this is it. This is the day that I was gonna die. And I know that I felt like that so many times, felt like I was gonna die, but like that was so freaking weird. That was so scary. Like, oh my god. That was like this, okay, not the scariest, but one of the scariest moments of my life. That was so freaking weird because, again, I've never taken hard drugs or anything, but that was only sleeping pills. And this is why I'm just not interested in any form of like hard drug or like weed or alcohol. Again, I've never smoked anything or done any hard drugs or like drunk alcohol in my life, and honestly I'm not interested. It's not something that I've ever done before, and it's not something that I'm interested in right now, and I don't think it's something that I will ever do. I'm just not into it. And this experience with these little pills was hard proof that I will never touch that stuff. And I know this was only like sleeping pills, it was not hard drugs, but that was the proof that I'm never gonna touch those things, because the way I felt pathetic and not in control of my thoughts and my body, I felt helpless. And I know maybe I'm just being dramatic, it's just like sleeping pills, because I'd taken sleeping pills before that, and I definitely did feel pathetic and not in control of my own body. But this one was just really weird. I don't know. Again, this was a completely different drug that I'd taken before. Like the first one, my first ever experience with sleeping pills. Again, it was still weird, but not close to this one. Like this one was really, really freaking weird. I felt so helpless. I felt so pathetic and weak. I felt like I was not in control of my own body, and that is the reason. That is the reason. I mean, I've done a few episodes in the past that I've talked about the fact that I've just never touched alcohol or drugs or hard drugs or any of these things, and the fact that I never will. But this is one of the reasons. This is one of the freaking reasons I felt so weak. I'm not one of those people. I'm someone who likes to be in control. Okay, I like to be in control of my own life. I like to be in control of my own thoughts, my own emotions, and my own body. So me being in that experience where I had zero control over my body and my mind was so freaking weird to me. It was so weird. I felt like I was gonna die. Oh my god, I was like, dude, this is so freaking weird. I'm definitely gonna die. And that's one of the reasons. That literally is one of the reasons. And imagine, this was only sleeping pills. Imagine if it was like some hard drugs. Imagine what would have happened to me. I literally would have died. I would have had like a panic attack and then died right there and then. And nobody would have known. Not a single soul. Not a single soul. And that was like definitely one of the weirdest moments of my life. I'm like, oh god, I felt like I was gonna die. I'm smiling right now, but like a few weeks ago, I was not. I was literally like about to bawl my eyes out. You know, because I was like, this is so freaking weird. And oh my god, I don't know. I don't know if there's anyone who like has done hard drugs who's like watching this. That's how I felt, and how I want to know your experience doing these things again. I'm not curious to like want to try these things and know where they're gonna take me, because no, absolutely not. But I definitely want to know from like other people's experiences, because this was only sleeping pills. I felt so freaking pathetic, y'all, and god, it was so bad. It was so freaking bad. Like, oh my god, what in the world was that? And again, I know maybe that's like not a big deal, and I'm just like being dramatic here, but no, dude, I almost died. I almost died, and it was not fun. It was not fun, and I will never touch those little sleeping pills ever again. Actually, I threw them out. I only took them once, then I threw them out. I was like, no, absolutely not. That was so freaking weird. That was so weird. Oh my god. Now if that happens again, if I get to that point where I can't even sleep anymore, I'm not gonna take any sleeping pills, because that was so freaking weird. That was like, oh my god. Again, I know maybe it's just me being dramatic here, but yeah, that's definitely not gonna happen ever again. That, yeah, I'm never touching those little things ever again. And if I can't sleep for some weird reason in the future, I'm just gonna give up. I'm just gonna have to give up and sit there and do nothing, because I'm not gonna touch the freaking pills. No, that's not gonna happen. Absolutely not. It's not gonna happen. But yeah, that was my experience with the freaking sleeping pills. I don't know about other people who like, I just can't understand. Wait a minute, let me check if this thing is like recording. Um yeah, it is. Anyway, so that was my experience with only sleeping pills. Now, I cannot even begin to comprehend how people take like hard drugs. If that was me, if that was my experience with those little sleeping pills, imagine what would happen if I were to take hard drugs. I don't even want to imagine it. I don't even want to think about it, because I know that I would straight up just die. I would, on the spot, I would die. No joke. Jokes aside, I feel like I would just have a panic attack and die right on the spot. So if you people do hard drugs, please be safe. Be safe. Be safe out there, because that was not fun. That was not a fun experience at all. And that was so scary. Again, I'm not trying to be like dramatic here, but that was that was one of the scariest moments of my life. For sure. Top five. Okay, not top five, but like top 10. That was so damn weird and scary. Also, if you guys want to meet the cat, let me bring her in so that you guys can see, because she cannot stop meowing for some weird reason. But let me bring her for a moment. Hi, if you guys want to meet her, here she is. Say hello. Hi, this is my daughter. Yeah, that's it. She was right at the door. She could not leave me alone. Now she's acting all sweet and innocent. I don't know. She's trying to like make me look bad because, man, I don't know. She was doing too much, but now she's acting innocent. Now that she's in front of the camera, I'm not the bad guy, y'all. I promise. But that's it. That's all I have to say for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out. And kids, don't touch drugs. I mean, I didn't touch drugs either, but don't touch those things. They're not good for you. They'll literally kill you. But yeah, that's all I have to say for today's episode. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you on the next one. Subscribe for this little girl right here, okay? Please, like the video. She's saying like the video, please. Bye. Bye. Gotta go. Because I'm not gonna finish talking. Bye. Say bye. Bye. See you. I was gonna end the video here, but see, this is what she does. This is what she does. This is what she kept doing. She can't leave me alone. Apologize. I feel like she should apologize for all those noises she kept making in the background because my video is now ruined. Go. Apologize right now. Bye guys. I just had to like add that little clip of her apologizing.